Hello, Dr. Miller. How are ya?
Well, we're here today to talk about cohort meetings. And it's a Saturday. And when I was in the program, we met Saturday mornings.
Saturday mornings. Okay, now see, when I was in the program, we did Thursday nights.
Mm,
Thursday nights because we were in person, right? So we met together at our local Brandman oh, or UMass area, right? And we met on Thursday nights, but Saturday mornings,
virtual. We were
virtual.
virtual. We were during COVID and we were spread out throughout the country and the world,
Oh,
actually.
wow.
So
Oh,
we had
wow.
some time differences. So I believe we met at 7:30 on Saturday mornings.
That's AM?
A
7:30 AM?
yes, AM.
7:30 AM on a Saturday morning.
Pacific
Okay.
Standard Time.
Wow. So you had your coffee and your donut and you were ready to go.
Some Saturdays more than others. I don't know
Yeah.
how you felt about it, but
Yeah.
some Saturdays you'd go in and you'd really pump yourself up.
Yes.
And some Saturdays I would be like, how many more are
Yes.
required?
You know what? I agree. There were Thursdays nights that I was dying to get there because I had questions, right? Because your
Right.
cohort's going through the same thing and you want to build those relationships and you have different team members who, like we were talking about, have different strengths. And so there were some Thursday nights I could not wait to get there and get my questions answered and see where people were at on certain things and make sure I was doing the right thing as I was moving forward. But there were some Thursday nights where I was so tired after being at work all day, or because the position I was in, I had dealt with a lot of decision making or a lot of conflict. And so I was a little not really ready for it, but I would be energized after
Mhm.
because I felt like seeing our people and seeing where other people were at and kind of, building that relationship with them because nobody else in the world knows what you're going through like your cohort does, right?
Yes, it's true. It's definitely, you're in the trenches together. So you got to protect each other and get each other
Yes.
through. I do.
Yes.
So what are our top tips, I think, for the cohort? I think if I had to offer one, it would
Yeah.
be I'll do a positive and a negative.
Okay. Love it. Love it. I'll do the
Take it
same.
from okay. So I would say the positive is everyone is going to have different skills and talents.
I love it.
And if you're able to identify those to really formulate a good team and everyone's helping everyone with their unique skills. So let's say you're really good at making videos, you're really good with technology, you can help everyone with that. If you're really good at organizing, and let's say when that assignment list comes out, you can get everything on the Google Calendar so everyone's on the same page.
I love that.
That's going to be good. And then one hard thing that you may need to navigate is, and this is just my opinion,
Yeah.
everyone there is in school to be a better leader. So at
Right.
some capacity, they're leading during the day. And by the time it rolls around for cohort time, you just might have the leader just, you're dry a little bit.
Yeah.
You might not
Yeah.
have it in you to always be herding the cats, as I was like jokingly say, like, okay, is
Right.
everybody here? Does everybody have assignment 2.2? Are we all kind of on the same page? So what are
Right.
your positive and negative?
I think, I'm gonna flip it and go negative first and then I'll do positive because
Okay.
I liked where you went. That's very true. If your energy is down, if you've been leading or adulting, right, all day with your team, to come in and to help motivate others and to really, be that kind of a leader for one another. That's going to be hard. You got to build that energy up or maybe even talk to your cohort about it a little bit. I think the positive to that is also, you know, you have to, throughout the program, there's certain times where you are the leader and then where you are the team member, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a positive because maybe you take that role during times when you can't. I think some of the other things that I really liked about it were, like we said, you're in the trenches, right? You're in the same foxhole. And I know I only say that about people that I really, really love, but I would say that about my cohort. We were in the same foxhole together and we were supporting one another and talking with one another. And it went past just our relationship at school. We talked about our families, and we talked about, how we were doing at work and what kinds of opportunities were coming. So I really liked that. And I think one of the best things about it is leveraging the strengths to really, like, just, if there's an area that I felt weak in, but one of my cohorts, Dr. Hollowell, she was amazing, Cheryl Hollowell, and I know I could reach out to her, and really, with the organization piece or an understanding of a particular assignment. She was right there for all of us, making sure that, we were getting it done. Allison Cano, Dr. Cano was one in my cohort, and she was really great about keeping our calendar up to date for us. It was amazing to have that. So yeah, I think, like you said, leveraging the strengths, and also acknowledging that in different assignments, different people will show different strengths. So creating that awareness, right, where you're watching for your team to really put their best foot forward and make sure that they're doing the work. And I loved a term that you shared with that we were talking about, like, putting your best foot forward, making sure that you're participating and holding one another accountable. You got to share that term. It was so good.
Don't be a social loafer.
Don't be a social loafer. I love it.
Don't go on
Explain the social loafer.
To me, just in a, adding some levity to it, don't go on the coattails of people. Decide figure out what your value add is and bring it to the table so that you're helping people, because you're all tired. Future doctors, if you're not tired right now, you will at one point experience there'll be a need for rest, and your team will pick you up. So decide what you can bring to the table and help people as you kind of navigate this process. And what you said is true. Based on the assignment, it may ebb and flow with what and life happens, right? So there's going to be different times where people get married, people have babies.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, people lose people. A variety of things will occur, and there's such a long period of time that you're doing this together. So don't be a social loafer. Be a value add.
Don't be a social loafer. I love that. And I was just thinking about, like, the support. Dr. Frazier, she was one who, like, kept us going emotionally and held us all together as a team. I love that. I think it should be a slogan. Don't be a social loafer. Bring your value add. Know your value add and bring it. I love that. Oh, so good.
And you all have one. So even on your bad days, you're here for a reason. So
know what it is and bring it.
Yes.
I love it.
Good luck.
Yes.
One more quick thing. Find a good time to meet.
Okay.
Be strategic. You met on Thursdays. I met on Saturdays. Our assignments were due Sundays. I can't imagine that meeting on a Sunday wouldn't have worked for my team, because a lot of people were working on assignments on Sundays. But try to find something that you can make work in your life. We didn't change our day. We stayed Saturday mornings the whole way through.
Yeah, we stayed Thursday nights the whole way through. And I don't think that we ever talked about it, which changing it, which I really liked. And we were due on Sundays as well. So that was good. It worked for our team. I like that. Be strategic. Love it. Okay. I love it. All right. Get out there. Got to do it.
Good luck, future doctors.
Bye.
Talk soon.